Hello everybody, my name is Federica and welcome back to my channel. I'm a professional ballerina and I work in Prague with the Czech National Ballet. In this video I will share with you my workout. These exercises will be working the abs, the glutes, the legs, the back and the feet, and I'm also gonna show you the stretching that I do basically every day before and after my training. Before we begin, I kindly ask you to click on the button subscribe so that you will miss the next videos and you will support me here on YouTube. I thank you for being here and I hope you will enjoy this workout. Let me know in the comments if you will try it and if you liked it. Let's start on the floor and we are gonna do 45 seconds of crunches. When you do it, think about your elbow touching your knee, so the opposite one, the right elbow touching the left knee and the other way. And when you do it, keep breathing and think about squeezing your abs and lifting the shoulders and the back from the ground as much as you can. So we're gonna do this exercise and then there's going to be another one for 45 seconds again. And in between there is going to be 15 seconds of rest. We will repeat these two exercises twice and then we will move on to other exercises. Soon we're gonna finish the crunches and we can rest for 15 seconds. During these seconds of rest, try to breathe and prepare for the next exercise. We are going to do 2 crunches and then with the right hand we're gonna try and touch the left heel and with the left hand the right heel. So we go crunch and then the right hand to the left heel and left hand to the right heel. And you repeat crunch and then to the left and to the right, and we keep doing this for 30 more seconds. When you do the crunches, try to watch in front of you and don't let the chin touch your chest, but you have to look up and try not to push your head up with your hands, with your arms, but the movement have to start from the abs. So think about lifting your back and soon we're gonna finish. Now we are gonna do 15 more seconds of rest. In the meantime we keep breathing deeply, and for all these exercises we try to coordinate the breath with the movement. So now we're gonna do again the first exercise we did before, which are the crunches, and we can start. Meanwhile, you can flex your feet or you can keep them pointed, it's really up to you. And keep about stretching your leg and try not to lift them too high, but keep them kinda low. And squeeze your abs and try to lift the shoulders from the mat as much as you can. Keep breathing and think about opening your elbows to the side, so don't bring them to the front. Now we are almost done and in 10 seconds we can rest again. In 5 seconds we can stop. Good. And now we rest for 15 seconds. Next we are repeating again the second exercise, which was the 2 crunches and then the right hand to the left hip and the left hand to the right one. And we go up, and now we go to the left and to the right. And we keep doing it. Again, when you do the crunches, try to look up and not down. And when you go to the sides, try to lift the shoulders off the floor as much as you can. I'm sure now you already can feel the burn in your abs, but keep breathing and soon we are going to finish this set of exercises. So we have the last 15 seconds before a break. 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1 and stop. Now we can rest for 15 seconds. And we are going to have again a pair of exercises, so 2 exercises that we're going to repeat twice. We put our hands below our glutes and we lift the legs 90 degrees and we just lower them down and come up and down and up. So we keep our legs stretched. We try not to bend them, but you can if you don't manage to do the same way as I do. And as you can see, I am flexing and pointing my feet in the meantime, but you can keep them like simply pointed or flexed as you prefer. When you do this exercise, your neck and back and shoulders have to be relaxed on the floor. Breathe in when you go down and breathe out when you go up. Try not to put any tension on your neck, but really relax your back and think about your legs and your abs. Now we can rest for 15 seconds, and after we are going to do another exercise. So we put our hands close to our glutes, so we just relax them on the floor, and we lift the legs 90 degrees with the knees bent. Now we bring one leg down, we stretch it and we come back, then the left and we come back, the right down and we come back, and we alternate the legs all the time. When I go down, I flex my foot, and then when I come back, I point it again, but you can choose to keep them point the whole time. When you do this exercise, keep in mind that your back has to be straight, so try not to arch your spine, but keep it really close to the floor, to the mat. If you want, you can speed up, or you can keep the rhythm that I am keeping. Really soon we're going to finish and we can rest again. Now we're going to repeat again these two exercises. So we put our hands again under the glutes and we lift the legs up 90 degrees and we stretch them. And now we can start again the exercise. So we go down and flex, up and point, down and breathe in, up and breathe out. And we continue for 45 seconds. Sometimes I also do this exercise in first position for my dancers listening this video, or I bend my knees in a demi-plie in first position. So it's really up to you. You can customize and personalize the exercise as you want, but maybe for the first time you try this workout, you'd better keep it this way, the way I'm showing. Last few seconds and then we can breathe again for a break. Good. Now we come back, and after the rest we will repeat again the other exercise we did before. So we put our hands on the floor, we lift the knees 90 degrees and we start with the exercise. So we stretch one and we come back. We stretch the other one and we come back. We keep the head and the neck and the back, the shoulders relaxed on the floor. In the meantime we breathe and we try not to arch the back. It's really important that you think about keeping your leg and your body 90 degrees, which means trying not to bring the knee too close to your chest, but they have to be straight and create a 90-degree angle with the floor. Sometimes it's hard, but that's how it should be done. We are almost done, and after we have another 15 seconds of rest, and later we will do some plank. So for now we are done. Good. We can come back and up, and we're going to a high plank position, and we're going to lift our knees. So the right knee is gonna touch the right elbow and the left knee is gonna touch the left elbow. So we start right and left. This exercise is really good for your abs because it's working the side ones. And if it's too hard for you, you can just keep a high plank for 45 seconds. But I'd really recommend you trying this version. And some people also lift the knee to the chest instead of the side, as I am doing, but I personally prefer to do it on the side because I feel like my abs are working better. But you can definitely alternate to the front and to the side. Anyway, we have the last seconds left and then we're going to rest. And after the rest, we're going to repeat this exercise again, and it's going to be the last for this abs section for now. Now we can come down and rest, and if you want, you can also add to your daily workout some side plank. which means that you're gonna stand on one arm, but I'm not gonna show you right now. If you would like another video with more abs exercises, I can do it, so let me know in the comments if you want me to do it. So we keep doing again high plank with our knees going to the side and up. When you do this position, try to keep the head, the neck and the back with your legs in one line. So try to be straight and not to lift the glutes up, otherwise you're gonna lose the shape and the exercise is not going to work correctly as it should. Now we are almost done, last 10 seconds now. Try to breathe, keep breathing, never stop. 3, 2, 1, and we are done with the abs for today. So now we go to the glutes. We lay on the floor with the knees bent, we lift our glutes up and the heels as well, and we open and close the knees. Let's repeat the movement for 10 times, but if you feel like it's too difficult, you can do for 8 times or less or more as you feel. This exercise is really hard for me because I can feel the burn not only in the glutes but also on the back and the legs, the adductors, so it's really complete. And once we finish the 10 movements, we can come down and rest for a few seconds. I don't put a timer, but when I feel like rested, I start again. And we do again up with the heels and we go open and close, open and close. I repeat this exercise twice usually, but you can do it 3 times or 4 times, it's really up to you, but I think this is enough for me. And after that we are going to do a yoga position actually, which is called half bridge, and it's really good for me. I'm gonna show you now. So we can come down and now we're gonna cross our hands together and put the shoulders down, and we can lift up the glutes and create a half bridge this way. Maybe it's better if you look instead of listening to my explanation. I usually keep this position for 5 breaths, so I just breathe in and out for 5 times, but you can keep it for longer or shorter, it's totally up to you. And I'm going to repeat this movement for 3 times, but you can do it for 4 times or 2. Again, listen to your body, of course. And when I do it, I can really feel the squeeze of my glutes, and my legs are working as well because they are pushing down to the floor. And I try to breathe deeply in and out because, as I said before, the breath is really important when you're exercising. Whether it's a stretching or working out, your body needs enough oxygen, so keep breathing all the time. As we finish our last breath, we can come down and we can move to another position for the next set of exercises. I'm gonna go on my knees, and from there we are going to do some other glutes exercises. The first one is gonna be lifting the leg to the side, keeping it bent. We're gonna do it for 10 times, and then we're gonna do it the same but to the back. So for now, try to keep the back straight and aligned with your neck and head. Be really straight with your body, it has to form a 90-degree angle. And now you go back with your leg, you bend the knee to the chest and then you lift it to the back. In this movement, try not to open the hip and the leg anterior, let's say, with the ballet terminology, but keep it straight, because this way you're really gonna involve the right muscles. After 10 repetitions, you can go to the other side. So we're gonna repeat the same 2 exercises again. We go first to the side with the leg, and also in this case, try not to open the knee. It has to stay in the same direction and parallel to the other one. We do it 10 times. In the meantime, we keep breathing, of course, and then we go up with the knee and back with the leg. We try to stretch the leg the best we can. So we go in and out, and we breathe in and out. Again, try not to arch your back, but it has to stay straight. And in the meantime, you should also feel your abs working. Now we are done, and we can come down to the floor, lay down and start working our back. Squeeze your glutes, keep your legs together, feet together, and now we're going to open and close the elbows, and we go up with the back a little bit. So we go up and down, and we keep our elbows parallel to the floor so they don't come up or down, and we lift the back a little bit, as much as we can. We try to keep the neck and the head aligned with the back. Try to look down and not up, and not to bring any tension to your neck. Now we're gonna lift a little bit the feet and we come back. So we rest the head down and we just work with our feet, legs and glutes. We lift them just a little bit. You can flex and point your feet if you'd like. And in this movement you really have to feel the burn in your glutes and to squeeze them really, really well. So we can do it for 10 times, and then we're going to repeat again the first exercise for the back. So we open and we close for 10 times. Open and close. We go up and down, up and down, and we keep breathing, of course. We keep squeezing the glutes and try to focus on the back that is working right now. When we will finish, we're gonna repeat the same exercise like before, but updated, let's say, because we are gonna lift the legs up and we're going to open and close them. Open and close them. You can open them just a little bit, it doesn't have to be a whole split. And when you do it, you can definitely flex and point the feet. Keep your head down and relaxed, your shoulders relaxed and the neck as well. And think only about working your legs and your glutes. Once you finish the 10 repetitions or 8, we're gonna do the swimming. Bring up your arms, lift the legs and start swimming. So start doing some movements up and down, coordinating the legs with your arms, and try to count until 10 or until you possibly can handle it. This is a really complete movement because it's working basically the back, the glutes and the legs at the same time. Now we can rest for a little bit in the child pose, and you can keep this position as long as you want and as you need, but I'm just gonna stay there for a few breaths, maybe 10 seconds, and then we're going to start working our legs. So we lay on the side, we put an arm really long on the floor, the other one is gonna hold us on the floor. We bend the knees and we go up and down with the leg, up and down. We do it 10 times and we keep the leg closed, so we don't open the knee, it has to be parallel to the other one. And let's say, and done for our dancers. Once we finish, we keep our legs together and feet together, we just open the knee up and down. So this way, up and down, just the knee. We keep our feet together and we think about squeezing our glutes as much as we can. You can also put the hand, which is now resting on the floor, on your hip, and it's gonna be even harder because you will have to keep the balance. Next exercise, we open the knee and we go knee together and feet together. Knee together and feet together for 8 times. When you do the knee together, you have to really put the leg really inside, and then you open outside. So really inside, underdone and outside. I'm sure you can feel your glutes and legs burning right now, but it's almost done. Next exercise, we go knee together and stretch up. Knee together and stretch up. And we keep doing it for other 10 times or 8, depending on your needs. Keep the leg closed, don't open it, and keep your hips squared, because if you start opening them, you're gonna lose the shape and not working correctly. Now we can come up and do everything on the other side. So we lay on the side, we put our arm really long and we rest the head on the arm. We push with the other one on the floor, we bend the knees, and we start going up and down and up and down. Think about your abs, they have to be really, really tight and hold them so that you won't fall either back or front. And keep the leg closed, parallel to the floor, don't open the knee up. And now we're going to keep our feet together and we just open and close the knee this way. Open and close for 10 or 8 times, as you prefer. You can also, as I said before, try to put the hand on the hip and balance, but that's really difficult. So maybe if the first time you do it, try to keep it on the floor. Now we just open the knee and we touch the knees and the feet. The knees and then the feet. And we do it for 8 times. Really close the leg and open it. And really, really close and open it. Now we're gonna close the knees and last exercise. we just stretch the leg to the side. So try to really stretch it to the side and not to the back or to the front. And when you go with the knees together, you really close the leg and the down, let's say. We do it for 10 times. In the meantime, we breathe. It's almost over. You can do it. And good news is that we're going to rest after this. So we can relax on the floor and put the right foot in front of the left knee, open the right knee, and put our hands behind the left knee as I'm showing. So you can really push the left leg towards your chest and stretch the right leg. And we can change the position to the other side and do the same. I'm gonna say just for a few seconds, but you can keep the position for longer if you prefer. After, we're going to warm up our hips, so we just lay down and start some rotations. And I'm gonna do it for 10 times for each leg. This is a really helpful exercise that I do every day before my morning class, because it allows me to really warm up the hips and prevent injuries. You keep breathing and you do it for 10 times or even more, and then just change the leg and repeat it to the other side. The next set of exercises is going to be floor bar. It's usually made for dancers, but if you're not a dancer, you can still do it. It's still gonna be useful and helpful because everyone can do it, and it involves muscles that are really useful for everyone, not just for dancers. So as before, we lay down and we start doing some passes. So we bring the foot to the other leg's knee and we come back. We do it 4 times or 5 times depending on what we want to do. In this position, I really think about when I am doing some balance or pirouettes in passe. So the shape has to be really clean, and try to keep your abs and keep the square of your hips and the shoulders. Then we just go up and down with the knee. This is a movement really important, for example, when you're doing some développé à la seconde, when you have to lift your legs, because that's the hip. It's gonna really improve the flexibility of your hip and the strength of the muscles there as well. After we do it 8 times, we just go ahead and do some whole full développés to the side, and we flex and we come down. So we just go and up, we flex and we come down. I'm gonna do it only for 4 times, but you can do it for more if you feel like. This is really important and really helps you having a better and higher développé during your ballet classes. Then you can stretch and see how much your body can handle. I know it doesn't look like, but this part is really hard because you really have to keep the balance and involve all your muscles in order not to fall. Now we can do everything again on the other side with the other leg. So we just lay on our side and we start doing some passes. So when you do this movement, you have to think about keeping the toes of your foot that is working right now really close and attached to the standing leg, because this movement is going to be important when you're gonna do some ballet and do some pirouettes. You don't have to lose the shape. After you do it for 8 or 10 times, you can just lift the knee towards your shoulder and come back, lift and come back. Try to really keep also the standing leg en dehors. Both legs are working right now, not just the one that is moving. Also the other one has to be really strong on the floor. And now we do some développés. So you just go up and then you come down. You come to the passé, you lift the knee and you go up. And you stretch the leg and you come down. Don't worry if your leg doesn't go as high as mine. It's fine. The more you're gonna do this exercise, as well as the stretching that I'm gonna show you later, the better your shape is gonna look like. Then you can stretch and try to balance this position, but it's really hard. And you can come down, and now we're gonna start working our feet. I'm using this elastic band, I don't know what to call it. I put it that way on my foot, and I do for 10 times really slow flex and point. And I really go through the demi point every time, both when I go up and when I go down. You can do this exercise even without the elastic. You can do it just with your foot, but this way I think is really helpful, because at the same time you have to keep some tension with your hands and push the elastic towards you. After that, after 10 times, we can just do just move the toes. So for 10 times, we only go up and down with the toes. I'm gonna show you now. So you just go up and down this way. I know you cannot see it from the video, but I am sitting down and you have to really keep your back straight. So if it's too hard for you, you can definitely sit like close to a wall and just relax your back there. After 10 repetitions, we just change the position of the elastic this way, which is gonna be really close to the heel and the whole foot is gonna be covered. And we do the same thing but on the or, so opening the foot to the side. And we do 10 times flex and point, going through the demi point as you can see really well. And after we do it for 10 times, we are going to do some circles with our ankles. And I'm gonna show you now once I will finish my 10 repetitions. So really keep all of your tension and really squeeze your feet muscles. And now we do circles from inside to outside for 10 times. This way you're really gonna warm up your feet, and I do these exercises every single day before my morning class, and it's really important for you to be really warm when you start your class to avoid injuries. Now I will repeat the same exercises with the other foot, but I will do it on the floor. This is another way you can do it. You can definitely do it on the floor like before, but I want to show you this thing because I do it sometimes and I feel like it's much harder this way, so you can definitely try it if you like to. And I'm gonna do the same thing, so I put the elastic the same way as I did before, only on like around my toes, and I'm just gonna do for 10 times flex and point by going through the demi point all the time. Like we did before, now we only move the toes. We keep the foot stretched and we just go up and down with the toes. We keep the tension with our arms and the elastics. Let me know in the comments if you think that this way is harder than the other way, because I think it is. I can really feel the burn when I do it this way. Let's change now the position, and we put the elastic around the whole foot from the heel to the toes, and we do it on the or, so we rotate the foot to the side. And when we do it 10 times the flex point, in the meantime you can also lower the leg a little bit, so it doesn't have to be like before 90 degrees, but it can go a little bit more down as you prefer. You can choose how much you want to lift your leg. We do it 10 times, and then again for 10 times we do the rotations, so we just rotate the foot from inside to the outside. And this is really difficult. It doesn't look like, but trust me, if you try it, it's gonna almost burn your ankles, but it's super healthy. We are finished with these exercises, and now finally the best part, the stretching. I love stretching because it's really relaxing, and all the tension that I accumulated during the workout is going to just go away, and I'm gonna relax my whole body. So as you can see, I'm gonna show you some positions that I do every day really quickly, because I usually keep them for longer. You can choose to stay there for a longer time, it's really up to you. This is a yoga position, and it's really difficult for me because in the beginning when I started practicing it, I couldn't put my heels on the floor. But now the more I do it, the better it goes. So you can just stretch one leg in front and keep the other one back. And now you can go down with your hips. And do it as much as you can, of course. If you're not too flexible, try not to hurt yourself, and be always careful. Listen to your body and to its signals. If it says it's too painful, just don't do it. You can try also to take your foot and stretch this way. Now I just move to the side, and this way I'm really gonna relax my legs. You can change the side, and then I just came back to the front and stretch my legs. As you can see, you can also try to go down and stretch the knee if you manage, but it's okay, do as you can. You can also take the foot with the opposite hand and push it to the glutes, and then we come up. And now we are gonna sit on the floor for the last part of the stretching. First of all, I'm always going down and touching my knees with my head, trying to relax the back. Then I take the feet and I just push up. This way I'm really stretching the bottom of my legs and my back as well. And then I close myself front again, this way. Do as much as you can. Of course, in the beginning you might not arrive to the knees completely. Then I take one foot and I just stretch it, and I take it that way. Just watch it because I cannot explain. And I go under. It's really hard, so do as you can. And then I usually just go down and stretch while laying down on the floor. Do your maximum, but don't kill yourself. You don't have to get there if you just cannot. Daily practice is the key for improvement. So the more you do it, the better it's gonna be. And I repeat the same with the other leg. So I just take the foot and I stretch. Then I go under and I stretch again. I try to open and then I just go down. Please be careful. Don't hurt yourself. Don't kill yourself. Stretching is something that comes from daily routine and years of practice. So it's okay if your body doesn't arrive there. It will if you will keep stretching. And now I'm gonna do my favorite part. I really love this position. It's also a yoga position. I love it because it really allows me to rest my back, and it's also kind of a workout because you're involving your glutes if you go up with your legs. So you can experiment with it and have fun and play. You can open your legs or just bend one and lift the other one and try to balance. So it's really involving the abs as well, for example. So it's really great exercise. And you can keep it as much as you can. And when you feel like you cannot anymore, you can just go down and relax. After that, I'm gonna do some splits. Of course, I'm a ballerina. Yeah, I can do splits. And do, of course, according to your abilities. I usually go front, and then I change to the other side. I go front again, and then I go down in this position, which I usually keep for reading or studying. I find it really comfortable, but it wasn't before because I wasn't born this flexible. I became flexible by exercising and doing stretching every day, so everyone can if I made it. And now we just close our legs, and I am pushing my knees down to the floor with my hands to open the hips, and try to do, of course, as much as you can. Now we are relaxing our head, so we push with the hand down to the side and then to the front, then to the other side, and we are done. It's finished. We are at the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments if you will try this workout. I remind you again to click on the button subscribe if you don't want to miss the next videos and if you want to support me. I thank you for being here, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!